What's going on YouTube? It's your boy comes you out with a brand new video. Before we get into the video, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on this video. So yesterday we did the Eastern Conference rankings, and today we're going to do the Western Conference NBA rankings. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So my first seed is going to be the Denver Nuggets. So the Denver Nuggets last year finished with the tied for the first best record in the Western Conference, second behind the Celtics overall. So they finished with 57 wins and 25 losses, which was the same record that the OKC Thunder had. And the only reason I'm giving them the first seed over the OKC Thunder and a team like the Timberwolves is because they have championship DNA. They have a winning culture. They have a winning coach. They have a winning top 2 player in the NBA right now, top 2 or 3 player, Nikola Jokic. Jamal Murray still one of the better point guards. MPJ, one of the I want to say top 5 shooters in the NBA right now. Can shoot over anybody. Shoots at will. You know, he's don't swing the ball. Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, I gotta give the first seed to but the Denver Nuggets, and I think that they are really going to show that they are still a clear team over they're the favorites out of the West in my opinion. Now the second team is going to be the OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder have a very, very, very nice young core. Shea's gonna get better. MVP conversation last year. Expect him to be in the MVP conversation. Chet Holmgren was a rookie. I expect him to take a major leap this year. I'm expecting 23 points per game. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, I'm expecting 22 to 24 points per game, being the second option behind Shea. Lou Dort's still there. They have a very good young core. They got guys like Osman Dieng that can come in and contribute. They have a very, very good young core, and I just think that they're going to make I just think that the OKC Thunder are going to be a very good team, and I have them as my second best team in the Western Conference. Now my 3 seed is going to be the Timberwolves. I was debating between the Thunder and the Wolves. Who do I want as a second seed? Who do I want as a third seed? But I just had to give the young core of the Thunder the slight advantage over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now Minnesota Timberwolves got this guy named Anthony Edwards, who I would say, yeah, he's that guy, top 10 player. I think he's gonna be knocking on that top 10 to top 5 player conversation this year. He's that type of caliber guy. Just like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards is just like that. But they got Anthony Edwards. They just got Rob Dillingham. They have another year of Rudy Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns playing together. Jared Vanderbilt they got another year of those two playing together. So they have a very good young core that can help compete right now. And I think Anthony Edwards is going to take that MVP leap. I'm not going to say he's going to win MVP, but I think he's going to be in MVP conversation this year. And Karl-Anthony Towns just has to come in, put up 21 to 22 points, just play defense. Rudy Gobert played DPOY candidate type of defense. And I think that the Timberwolves are going to be right back in the top 3, maybe even running for the first seed in the Western Conference. Now, this is where things, start to get a little bit interesting. So last year, the LA Clippers finished 51-31, being the 4th seed. And, the loss of Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, his injuries, I have them falling a lot. But a team that I think it has really done well for themselves, the Dallas Mavericks, I think is going to be the top 4 seed. Dallas Mavericks, they got Luka. We already know Kyrie Irving. They got major, complementary pieces in Quentin Grimes. Derek Lively is going to take another leap. They just set up a very good shooting young core around Luka Doncic. That anybody on the court with Luka right now can space the floor and hit shots. Derek Lively, even in the playoffs, he hit a 3. I'm not saying that's a big part of his game just yet, but I think eventually down the line, what Derek Lively did in the playoffs is the type of player he can be. And I think he's going to be a very, very key player for the Dallas Mavericks. And I have the Mavericks being my 4th seed. So the 5th seed, this is where things start to get a little bit interesting. You got teams like the Suns. Where are the Suns? Am I blind? Might be a little bit blind. You got to give me, they're right there. The Phoenix Suns. Now, the Phoenix Suns have a lot of question marks. They are the highest play role team in the NBA right now. They are way over the second apron. So they only have a year or 2 years to win a championship. And KD's, starting to get a little bit injuries. Bradley Beal is one of the worst contracts, and in my opinion, I just don't think he's that type of player anymore, and I don't think he deserved that contract. But at the time, it was maybe warranted. Maybe it was a little bit overplayed at the time, but now at this point, yeah, it's not a good contract. Bradley Beal cannot be a 1-2. I don't think he's a good third option. I think he'd be a good fourth option right now. But, it's Devin Booker, it's KD. Those are the guys. And, KD's starting to get injured. He's starting to pick up injuries here and there. And the Phoenix Suns just don't have a great depth. They just lack the back end of the rotation. And, not being able to fill that back end, it just makes it tough for me to put them anywhere higher than the 5th seed. But if they're healthy and Bradley Beal plays like the guy that we have seen him play as, they do have a chance to be a top 4 seed. But, with injuries and stuff, I just don't think that they're going to be higher than the 5th seed. That's just me. Okay, so now it's to the 6th seed. Now, this is where things get interesting. You got teams like the Pelicans. If I could find them, where's the Pelicans? The Pelicans can make a run for it. A team like the Rockets, played very well. The Lakers, you always have to play in there. What else? The Grizzlies. Okay, yeah. This is where things get a little bit interesting. I totally forgot about the Grizzlies. They finished 27-55 with the 13th seed last year. And John Morant's come back. They finally got a good big man in Zach Edey that can come in and contribute. Maybe play alongside Jaren Jackson Jr. and have him slide to the 4 and officially, have that big, defensive duo. It's interesting. With John Morant coming back, I think I have to reevaluate things just a teeny weeny bit. I think I'm going to have to put the Grizzlies at the 5th seed, drop the Suns to the 6th seed. Okay, yeah, I like that. Because John Morant, MVP type of player. Zach Edey is going to help them out a lot. Jaren Jackson Jr. is coming back. Desmond Bane is coming back from injury too. They have a very good young core. They just did that Zaire Williams trade. Got off some assets. And I think that they're gonna be in a very good position. They're basically Steven Adams from Zach Edey, get younger, get bigger. I think Zach Edey is gonna help them out a lot. John Morant, obviously, Desmond Bane, obviously, Jaren Jackson Jr., obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna have them as the 5th seed. I'm gonna have the Phoenix Suns as the 6th seed. Now the play-in, this is where things get interesting. I gotta have the Lakers. LeBron, Anthony Davis, come on, man. D'Lo is maybe coming back. Just having those two guys, you're going to be at least a play-in team. At least. Last year they finished 47-35, and there was a lot of injuries. Anthony Davis played his best, most career, not most, but most in a couple of seasons. He was the healthiest he's been in a while. LeBron James is starting to, get a little bit knick-knack injuries. But I think just having LeBron and Anthony Davis, your minimum, your floor is a play-in at the least. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, put them as a 7th seed. And this is where things get interesting. I'm going to have the Rockets as my 8th seed and the Pelicans as my 9th seed. Now, the Houston Rockets had a major league. Jalen Green stepped up big time. Alperen Sengun stepped up big time. We didn't really see much of Tari Eason. We didn't really see much of Cam Whitmore and those guys. But I expect them to take a major leap. They finished 41-41, and that was an 11th seed. Now, for a reference, 41-41 would have been the 9th seed in the Eastern Conference. So, just saying. I think Jalen Green's going to take a major leap. Amen Thompson's going to take a leap. They just got Reece Shepard, who's going to be a phenomenal off the bench for them. Maybe could start. I see a scenario where it could be very beneficial to have Amen Thompson, Reece Shepard, or Jalen Green playing the 3. I could see that. I could see a scenario where the Rockets finish as the 8th seed. Now let's get to the Pelicans, the 9th seed. Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram. It's time for Brandon Ingram to be traded. I know, but no team really wants him, and the assets that the Pelicans are asking for him just doesn't make sense for other teams. And, the Pelicans are stuck in this limbo situation where they're not good enough to compete against the top teams, but they're not bad enough to be, in the play. Excuse me. But they're not good enough. They're not bad enough to be in, the lottery. So they're stuck in the NBA purgatory, which is one of the worst places to be. Not good enough to compete. Zion goes down. It's over for them. They just traded Dyson Daniels. It's interesting where the Pelicans are right now, and the future surrounding around C.J. McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson. I just don't think that they're gonna finish higher than the 9th seed, and even 9th seed might be pushing it a little bit. Now this is where the Warriors, the 10th seed. This is gonna be a new era, man. New era. No Klay Thompson. The Splash Bros are broken up. The trio of Draymond, Steph, Klay. That's it's over, and didn't really get anything back for Klay Thompson either. So they got worse. They got worse by a lot. And I just don't think Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody are going to be enough of an increase to help them be better than teams above them. Whoa! Oh my God! Okay. The Sacramento Kings. I totally forgot about the Clippers. Oh my God! What am I doing? Yeah, this is not looking. Clippers. Yeah, but wow, it's actually tough to rank these teams, guys. It's actually very tough. The Utah Jazz, the Trailblazers. Who else is there? Who else? Oh, the Spurs. Wow. Okay. Alright, so let me start off from the bottom. Okay. I have the Utah Jazz. I think they're currently in a tank. I think they're in a rebuild and they're trying to move off Lowry marketing. I expect him to be traded before the trade deadline or before the season starts. Depending on what they get back, I think they're gonna be in the tank. They're looking for Cooper Flag or one of those guys. So I have them as a 15 seed. All right, so I have the Trailblazers being the 14th seed, and this is interesting because there's been reports and rumors that one of Anthony Simons or Jeremy Grant are going to be traded before the season starts. So that's going to be a major shakeup. Scoot Henderson had a rookie year to forget, but we also got to remember he is a rookie point guard, and rookie guards usually struggle most of the time in their first year or 2 years. So I expect Scoot Henderson to get a little bit better. They just drafted Bub Carrington. They got young guys like who do they have? What is their roster? Portland Trailblazers roster. Scoot, Denny, Dominic Clingan. They got guys like Dominic Clingan. They got Scoot Henderson. They got Bub Carrington, Denny Avdia that they just traded for, DeAndre Ayton. They're a good young core, and I just think everything is predicated on how Scoot Henderson plays. If Scoot Henderson takes that, that second year leap, I think things get real interesting for the Portland Trailblazers. But yeah, oh wow. Okay, all right. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of just with Kawhi Leonard. I think I gotta drop these teams. Hold on. I gotta put them there. Wow, this is very tough. This is tough, guys. Hold on. They still have Kawhi Leonard though, but he could be injury prone. Wow, 9th, 10th. Sacramento Kings can't be that bad. I gotta drop them down. Wemby. I gotta give it to Wemby, man. Wemby has 11th seed. I think he can make a run for the play-in, man. Wemby's gonna take that leap. Everybody knows Wemby's taking that leap. And Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Keller Johnson, all those guys. I think that they're gonna be, in the play-in. Wow. So who falls? Wow. I gotta get it for the. Okay. Yeah, this is my final roster. This is my final power rankings. My final rankings for the Western Conference. Wow, this is tough. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so champions. Very good young core. But not as great as the OKC Thunder. But they still got Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. They're gonna still be very dominant. They got V8 too. Gonna be a league. Luka, that's all I gotta say. Luka, man, he could be a running for the first seed too. They got guys like Quinn Grimes, Derek Lively, all those guys gonna help them compete. Kyrie Irving's gonna help them. John Morant, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. are all back. They got Zach Edey. Injuries can really shake up what the Phoenix Suns happens. Well, injuries can really shake up what these two teams. Injury to KD or Booker, it's over. Injury to LeBron, AD, it's over, man. And there's a real chance where Jalen Green takes a leap. Alperen Sengun takes a leap. Amen Thompson, Reece Shepard. You know, it could get real interesting. I could see the Rockets being a top 6 seed. There is a possibility where one of the guys here get injured and, you know, it falls. Realistically, Wemby could become a top 20 player in his second year. Top 15, 20 player. Realistically, that's a very high possibility. Kawhi Leonard, man, it's just his injuries and don't really have a good second star next to him. So, you know, if an injury happens to Kawhi Leonard, which I'm kind of expecting, I mean, you know, I don't want it to happen, but, you know, Kawhi Leonard hasn't really played a lot the last couple of years. And, you know, one injury and not having a second co-star, you know, he might ask out for a trade at the deadline. Who knows? So, I have them as 11th seed. Don't really know what's going on with them. They just didn't get enough back. Clay's gone. Curry's getting old. Draymond is getting old. He said he only has a year or 2 years left. Same thing could happen with Curry. Everything is reliant on Scoot Henderson and Don McClingan, in my opinion. And they're looking to get off Laurie Market. I think that everybody knows that. But yeah, guys, this is my Western Conference rankings. This was tough. This is way tougher than the East, in my opinion. But let me know how you guys feel about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button. Like the video. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out, YouTube.